Oh God, that was close. Are you there?
I'm here, Sam. Are you okay?
What do they want with me, Lara? A fire ritual? This is so fucked up.
Listen, I'm coming to get you. I'm going to get you out of there.
Please, please help me, Lara.
I promise. I promise, Sam.
Hey, she just...
Oh no!
Sam!
Ah!
Sam!
Help me,
Stay
please!
away from her, you bastard! Stay away!
Hello everyone, my name is Rox and welcome to my review channel where I ask the question, is it worth it or should I wait for a price drop? Well, today we're going to talk about Tomb Raider. Now, I reviewed it for the Xbox 360, but I also want to talk about the definitive edition, which will be released for the Xbox One and the PS4. And I want to give you my thoughts on should I upgrade or should I avoid them altogether? Well, I'm going to give you my thoughts and let's see what happens.
A famous explorer once said that the extraordinary is in what we do, not who we are. I'd finally set out to make my mark, to find adventure, but instead, adventure found me.
This is the opening scene and now familiar trailer to the new Tomb Raider when it was announced back in early 2012. I was highly anticipating this game because I honestly didn't think they'd make another Tomb Raider after Underworld, and I thought that the franchise had run its course. But thank God I was wrong, because when I played this game, I didn't know she was going to kick so much ass. This is an origin story of her beginnings as a young woman and how she came to be the famous archaeologist Lara Croft. On an expedition to an uncharted island, Lara and the crew of the Endurance set sail on a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. Get it? 3 hours. The story is simple, and from the start you are quickly pulled into this adventure. When Lara gets captured and escapes, she must hunt, scavenge, and kill to stay alive. Survivors from the Endurance have been captured, and Lara has found herself as her only chance of rescue.
I'll find a way to get you out.
But leaving the island has turned more difficult than expected when the crazed ritualistic leader of the Solari, the island's previous castaways, Matthias, kidnaps Sam for a sacrifice to resurrect an ancient evil spirit of a godlike queen who is trapped in limbo. And with the mortal sacrifice from someone in her bloodline like Lara's dear friend Sam, she'll rise again.
I'm so sorry. Just look at me. Look at me, okay?
And if these guys weren't enough for Lara, she must also fight zombies. Samurai zombies. But they're actually really cool. They don't really sound that stupid. It really works in this game. So this is the story. It's well played out throughout the gameplay. The narrative is held together for you very well. You never get lost in what you need to do, and everything has a sense of urgency to get to the next objective. In a long time, I haven't played a game where I cared about the character so much that it pained me to see Lara get beat up and hurt. The sense of protecting her quickly takes hold, and you do everything possible to keep her alive and safe. But when you don't, you are introduced to some very graphic and hard to watch disturbing death scenes. This game is definitely not for children, as the violence is raised with real injuries of trauma, impalings, executions, and gruesome levels of blood and severed body parts everywhere. This game is gory, and I love it. What's different from this Tomb Raider than the previous games? Well, everything. Everything has been torn down and rebuilt to give us a brand new experience playing as Lara. She moves so smoothly with the controls and so easy to command. The cover system is an added feature that works on its own. Lara will arm herself and drop to the ground and hide behind stones, rocks, boxes anytime she senses danger nearby without having the player to command her to hide.
Get over! Hey!
This gives the feeling that Lara is alive in a sense, and to see her react to sounds of incoming danger, that's really cool. I also want to say that the bow combat in this game is by far the best I've ever played in any game. I use the bow in Dark Souls and Skyrim, but in Tomb Raider, Lara knows how to use it, and she aims and targets enemies so easily, and using the left trigger to aim and the right trigger to pull and shoot works so well. Canceling was never so easier than in this game, and I love it. So as you progress through the game, there are open level areas where you can hunt animals for experience and scavenge for points to unlock new abilities and upgrades. There are also special items like treasures and notes that are scattered throughout the island for you to collect. You also have the option of completing certain challenges that each area has. Completing these challenges also help with leveling up Lara's ability meter. And of course, there are tombs to raid in this game. But unfortunately, there are only 7 tombs in the entire game. And they are short, with very easy puzzle solving. And this is a complaint I heard a lot. And I kind of agree. Although this game has done some major improvements, at the same time, it has almost left behind the 2 elements that made the series well known: tomb raiding and puzzle solving. This game is great, but its lack of free exploring ancient civilizations and dangerous booby-trapped areas are lost in this game. As you progress through the story, you can always travel back to previous locations to get items and collect treasures you missed before or you didn't have the appropriate equipment for by using the day camp locations. After you finish the game, you're also allowed to go back and hunt down missed items and treasures. Some areas will even have some stragglers of Solaris not knowing that you have finished the game, and they'll still even try to kill you then.
There it is!
The game is long but short also. It's around 8 to 10 hours, depending on how you play, stealthy or guns a-blazing. It's almost preferably to go in quieter, as you can get easily overwhelmed if you push too hard. The game has both stealth scenarios and full-on assault combat levels, but I think there may be more, a little bit more on the combat side. But it could easily be overlooked when it's just so much fun to take out the bad guys in so many different ways. Visually, this game looks fantastic and amazing on the Xbox 360, and I'm sure it does too on the PS3, so I can't imagine looking so much better on the next-gen consoles, but that's the claim, and I'll get to that later. The environments are stunning and impressive. The load times are well integrated into the cinematics, so you never get interruptions of loading screens, which keeps the story moving. The game has an autosave feature that is always saving and does nothing to interfere with your gameplay experience, which is really nice. The voice acting is superb, and the talent in the game is well deserving of an Emmy. The girl who plays Lara does an amazing job in bringing this girl to life with her voice, and the motion capture of body and face emotions are
We are
excellent.
stranded on an island in the Dragon's Triangle. We need help.
Sounds and the soundtrack work so well together that they complement each other in different action sequences and also in the somber moments of the game. The soundtrack is worthy of comparison to big Hollywood blockbuster scores. I got the soundtrack to the game and it is awesome.
Got your approximate position, but we could sure use a visual.
I'll figure something out.
We'll be heading your way soon. Now.
Lara Croft, you are my hero!
Now, I like the multiplayer in Tomb Raider. I know there has been a lot of criticism of not being innovative enough to break away from the standard multiplayer of blue versus red, but I enjoy it. If it's what people like, why not give them what they want? Could there be improvements? Of course, but there goes with any game. But let me tell you what's in it. There are only 4 game modes: Team Deathmatch, Free-for-All, Rescue, and Cry for Help. For the Xbox 360, PS3, and PC versions, there are 5 maps available with the game's release. The DLC, which will be free for the next-gen consoles, must be bought for the current ones. As you play the games, the game is set up with the point system that you gain. The more you play, the more you earn, and you use these points to buy and customize weapons, loadouts, along with perks and abilities to help your character have an advantage. You can also use these points to unlock playable characters to use, and it was a bit weird that the most expensive character to unlock is Lara Croft herself. I think she'd be free, since she is the most popular character, but in a way it makes sense because now you have a goal to keep playing to unlock her. Now, there is a problem with the multiplayer. It is broken, or it was deliberately made this way. You see, it turns out let's say you buy a DLC map pack to add to your maps. You get segregated from those who don't own those maps. You will only play with the people who have the maps that you downloaded. And the more map packs you buy, the more you get separated from those who don't own those maps. Eventually, what ends up happening, you never ever find a game. A lot of people get stuck or just end up starting a new lobby, and they're just they sit there because nobody owns the maps that they have. It's almost as if you're being punished for buying the new DLC maps. The more you buy, the less likely you'll find a lobby to play in. Now, I'm all supporting for the titles that you like and that I enjoy as well, but this is crap and the search engine is broken and they should have fixed this by now. I know a lot of people can't find games and this is most likely the problem. I'd advise you guys to upgrade to the new definitive editions for the next gen consoles because all the DLC maps will be available at launch and you won't have to worry about being separated from others who don't own the maps since everybody already own all of the maps. Also, not all maps are available for all the game modes, at least not in the current gen consoles as of yet. I don't know if this will change in the future or if they'll be different in the next gen consoles. But here is a quick graph of what maps you can play with in what game modes as of now in the current gen consoles. Okay, now I want to talk very quickly about the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, which will be released for the Xbox One and the PS4. Well, first of all, you get the Trust Effects graphics for the next-gen consoles, which is apparently supposed to make it look a whole lot better. You also get the DLC Tomb of the Lost Adventurer. You get the 8 multiplayer map packs. You get 6 DLC weapons for the multiplayer. And you get 6 outfits for Lara in the single-player campaign. You also get 2 books, digitals, Tomb Raider The Beginning and Tomb Raider The Art of Survival, along with the documentary of the final hours of Tomb Raider. And also these editions are supposed to have like special commands for the Xbox One Connect and the PS4, its own version for remote play. So essentially it's the Game of the Year edition for the next gen consoles. So there you go.
Hey, come on! There she is! Cut the line! I'm on it. I got her!
Alright, so now we're at judgment time. And what do I think the game is worth? Well, this reboot of Tomb Raider is awesome. I really like this game. The strong cinematics and gameplay, I mean, it's just one of the best games experiences that I've had in 2013. The voice acting is excellent and it has a top-notch score of a soundtrack. The gameplay is very addictive and it has a very high replayability. Now, as far as the cons go, it has a broken multiplayer matchmaking, which I'm hoping that in the definitive editions, they will fix that. Also, the tombs were a little too small and the puzzles were just way too easy. In some combat levels, I wish I could have gone in a stealthier mode rather than having the combat kind of forced upon me. Well, having said all this, what do I think this game is worth? Well, either you get it on the current consoles or the next gen consoles. This game is worth the $60, the $59.99. But even if you're a bigger fan, if you guys want to get the collector's edition, go for it. There's some really cool stuff in these books, and even in the definitive editions, the art of Tomb Raider. I mean, once you finish the game, like, you still get that sense you still want a little bit more. That's one of the best things that a game could give you, the sense of wanting more. I also want to let you guys know that if you guys want to pick up Tomb Raider for the Xbox 360 and the PS3, there has been a price drop down to $20. And that's a really good deal, especially for this game. But if you guys want to pick up the definitive edition, I highly recommend it. You're really going to enjoy this game. Even if you already own it on the current gen consoles, I would suggest upgrading it, not just for the better graphics, but you might even have a better multiplayer experience that I didn't have in the current gen. So that alone, if you like the multiplayer stuff, which I do, I highly recommend getting the definitive edition since you will be getting all of the DLC content all at once.
You think those things will still fire?
They need a bit of cleaning, but yeah, they'll work.
Hopefully we won't need to use them. Sam, be careful there.
Hey, Laura's not the only one who can... Shit!
Watch it, Sam!
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, you guys, that's another review, and I want to say again, thank you so much for giving me your time. Please don't forget to share the video. Let everybody else know that I'm doing these videos. I really enjoy, and I put a lot of hard work into these reviews. And if you guys enjoy it, please don't forget to leave me a like, comment, and hit the subscribe button. I'll also add links to other reviews. You guys want to check those out as well. But again, you guys, thanks again so much, and support the channel by hitting the subscribe button.
Laura.
My name is Rox, and I'll catch you guys next time. Hello everyone, Rox here with a message that I want your support for this channel. Help me reach 100,000 subscribers by 2015, and we can do this by sharing my reviews, rants, and commentaries on every social media on the web. All you need to do is share, like, comment, and make sure to subscribe. It's free, fast, and easy. You guys, sincerely in advance, I want to say thank you for your support and encouragement to keep coming back, because you never know when I'll be putting something else up that you might like. Again, you guys, don't forget to share the video and subscribe. My name is Rox, and I'll see you guys next time.